Hi everyone, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cami. I'm a current junior at MIT, currently studying 21E, Humanities and Engineering with a concentration in Media Studies and Computer Science, and I've decided to return to the blogging space in a video format. So with that, I am bringing you my first vlog in a bit, so please be kind, the editing's going to be rough, it's going to be weird. Anyways, sorry for this brief introduction, and let's get to the real content. As the title of this video might hint, these are going to be my pieces of tidbits and advice for the incoming class of 2026. First off, congratulations to the incoming class of 2026. You have taken incredible strides, made great sacrifices, and worked so hard to get to this point, and I cannot imagine what you must be feeling. I haven't felt that feeling in a very long time, and so I'm just very excited to see what's in store for you. You might have gotten recently added to the Discord, maybe you've been added to a Facebook group, maybe there's a huge GroupMe chat with however many of you, 600 of you there are, and it might be very overwhelming. There might be an onslaught of information coming your way, bursting towards you like an over-aggressive fire hose, and perhaps you are overwhelmed, and that is understandable. I thought I'd make something to hopefully help you answer this big question you probably have in your head of where do I go from here? So let's begin. 1. Take a step back, relax, and rest. First of all, perhaps easier said than done, relax. Give yourself a pat on the back. It is no easy feat to get into MIT. It is a 4 to 6% acceptance rate that fluctuates between there every single year, so it is definitely not easy to get in. A lot of admits, once they get into MIT, will tend to throw themselves into a bunch of work, feeling underprepared for MIT. I think it's important to remember that you got in because the admissions officers felt that you would be prepared for MIT, so there's no extra need for preparation. If you'd like to do some light studying or review for fun, or maybe just to review for something in general that you might be a little bit worried about, that's fine, but fully throwing yourself into extra courses or doing extra prep work on the side is not at all necessary. You probably spent these past 4 years of high school studying, so why do more? Take a break, relax, and rest, because MIT is going to be full of more studying, so you might want to revel in these next however many months you have. 2. Take it slow. Current students are expectedly so very excited to meet you. We are very passionate about going to MIT. I think there's a lot that our school has to offer in terms of culture and dorms and classes and experiences that you can't really get anywhere else. But as a result, we tend to talk a lot about it, and we tend to do it in a very bursting, excited manner that can definitely be overwhelming. It is a lot. Do not feel afraid to stop reading all of these MIT comments and maybe step back from the Discord, step back from your group chats, just disconnect for a bit, maybe mute us, just so you can kind of ground yourself again. It's very easy to get caught up in these MIT-like things and get excited about the school, but maybe you should just take some time, like I said back in the first point, to rest, relax, and get to know yourself first before you really start committing to anything. There is no rush at all to acquire your MIT wings. You have these next 4 years, if you do choose us, to learn everything there is about MIT. So for now, you can kind of take it slow in these next 6 months, or however many months you have. 4 months? You can take it slow in these next 4 months to get acquainted with us. You don't have to know everything about us. You don't have to know us inside out. But don't worry, there's time. There's time to get to know us. 3. Take what we current students say with a grain of salt. Perhaps contradictory since I am a current student, but it's something that needs to be said. Current students have biases. Whether we like it or not, we are pretty much biased on everything. Our favorite professors, our favorite classes, what we think the best dorm is, what we think the best fraternity is, what we think the best class is or major is. Do not take what we say as the end-all, be-all. We, current students, are meant to be purely informational. We give you our opinion, we say what's on our minds, then you take that information and then you experience it for yourself. You go into that dorm, you go take that class, you go talk to that professor, and then you can mesh what we told you with what you've experienced and form your own opinion from there. And I think that's a very essential part. I say this because I think current students have developed over time a kind of nasty habit to speak in absolutes. We say things like, this is the best way to do it, or this was the best sorority, but we always forget to add on that little extra of for me. That was in our experience that the best dorm was, or the best sorority was blank for me. There really isn't a best or worst universally. Instead, there's a best and worst for us and for you. So please, take the time to form opinions for yourself. Go to CPW, which is your campus preview weekend, where you get to come over to MIT for a weekend, stay with some current students and explore, and take that time to figure out what you like and what you don't like and what might be the place for you at MIT. You have autonomy, and you shouldn't listen to what we say in full accord. Fourth of all, take the time to be kind to yourself, but also to be kind to others. MIT is probably going to be one of the most difficult things you do if you do choose to come here. I know it was definitely a culture shock for me. I didn't expect it to be as difficult as it was. I knew it was very, very hard, but I think I didn't expect it to be that hard. There will be a lot of changes and challenges you will face in these next 4 years if you do choose to come with us. Everyone struggles in different ways, academically, socially, emotionally, physically. You are not only making great changes in where you're going to school from high school to college, but you're also going to be around new people completely. You're going to be in Boston. If you've never been to the East Coast before, you're going to have to deal with weather changes. If you've never lived in a city before, you're going to have to deal with traffic every night, loud noises, smog, pollution, things like that. There's a whole onslaught of things that you're going to have to face, and it's going to be rough. Your transition here is going to be very difficult, and so all that I ask is that you take the time to be kind to yourself. Perhaps biology came very easy to you in high school, and it might not anymore once you take our intro biology class. MIT classes are very, very different from the high school experience, and so that might be a bit of a difficult adjustment period for you. On that note, some things may come easier to you than it does for other people. A lot of you may have come from competitive high school backgrounds. Maybe you have an Olympiad background. While you were studying International Biology Olympiad, there's some students here who don't even have AP Biology offered at their school, and maybe that is you. So all that I ask is not only are you kind to yourself, but you're kind to others. MIT is a collaborative environment, and really that was the one thing that drew me to the school, because I grew up in a very competitive environment and I hated that. I wanted a school that would uplift me and uplift one another, and I think you will very much find that here at MIT. But the only way we can sustain and nurture that culture is that if our incoming classes too understand the importance of collaboration. And so that's why if you do come from these competitive backgrounds, I'm going to politely ask that you shed yourself of your competitiveness. Understand that MIT is by no means a competition or a race. Instead, it is kind of a learning journey, and you have all of these 1,100 other, or I suppose 600 right now, 600 people with you, guiding you, helping you, and being a part of that journey. And yeah, that wraps up my little information and bits. I hope that answered and eased maybe some questions. As always, you can message me on Discord if you have any other questions. My DMs are always open, my messenger is always open. You can always email me, you can find my email on the blogs. And if you enjoy this sort of vlog version of my blogs, let me know. Thank you for watching, and congratulations again, class of MIT 2026.